The idea for this thumbnail came from Russell Chop. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you hit that like button. We're about to dive deep into the Jay Uso joining the Rock situation.
Shouts out to Good Bread. Shouts out to Good Bread. But he thinks Jay Uso is the next member to join the Rock. Right?
Really?
So if y'all haven't subscribed to Good Bread Wrestling, go over there and subscribe to my boy Good Bread Wrestling. But let's see what he got to say on Jay Uso.
Wrestling channel, also known as the Figure 4 TV. Now today, guys, we're going to talk about the rumor that's going around, it's floating around the internet. Jay Uso turning heel. Could
he talked pretty low, so you might have to turn your volume up because y'all know I be loud. But let's go.
Jay Uso be possibly joining The Rock, John Cena, and Travis Scott? You check out the intro, and when we get back, we're going to talk about this, guys. We're going to break this thing down. Sloop Squad, and welcome back, guys. So a lot of people on the internet, a lot of people has been talking, and there's rumors floating around that The Rock has a third member, because when he did the 1, 2, 3, they're saying he's counting down to the members of this group. So now the third member seems to be Jay Uso, guys. Now in the beginning, when I heard this, I'm like, and salute to the brother on Facebook. He the first person I ever heard with this theory right here. And he broke it down very nice. Damn, I forgot his name, yo. But if I get his name, I'll put his name in the link in the description box. But he's the first brother I heard talk about this scenario. And the connection guy is going to be Travis Scott. You got to understand. We seen Travis Scott make an intro with The Rock, and we all.
Travis Scott. He says Travis Scott is the connection to Jay Uso joining The Rock. My deal was with Travis Scott, he just turned heel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if y'all seen me, if anybody caught my reactions video, I was saying, oh shit, Travis Scott just turned heel. You know what I'm saying? So that was my theory, that he just turned heel. But you got anything to say about that, Wilder?
Well, I'll say this, right? This is not against Game Bread. This is against the person he's reading off of and how they're connecting the dots. I don't initially agree, because here's my thing, right? So he's saying that The Rock is signaling off, right, his mark for people that's coming into the group. But let's be real, Travis Scott. Let's get one thing clear: Travis Scott is not a wrestler, so he has a signal off. So Travis Scott is not added; he's just a figure that is there.
Right.
But I could say in connection that does make sense, because I do understand the connection part. Right. So I do agree with him on that, based upon who he's reading off of with that type of storyline play. Because yes, you do get Travis Scott, and also you do get Jay. And plus, if you actually think about it, with Travis Scott coming, it also made perfect sense because of Cody Rhodes. So it does make sense where Travis Scott is in play here. That could signal off also Jay Uso being mixed. The reason why I've somewhat pushed back the poll from it is, again, the signaling of 1, 2, 3. But we all know 1, 2, 3 can be a lot of things, aka the end, aka when you count it up and someone wins. So, that type of scenario. So I don't ultimately think he was counting off members, because who's the members of 3 so far? We only got John Cena. So who's the other 2? So if you're saying Travis Scott in itself, well, is The Rock implying that he's going to be involved in any way, or he just the mastermind, just controlling all the pieces? So right now we only know for sure we got John Cena. We don't know who's joining John Cena.
Right.
So that's the thing right there where I say that's not enough, and I don't tell it. Now we could say yes, Jay is possibly the second person. So who's the third? And I know a lot of people are saying Drew, but this is my point, right? Drew has a lot of issues with the bloodline. So why would Drew entice itself with Jay if Jay was a part of the bloodline thing, and that makes him problematic. So I wouldn't. So my thing is, if Jay comes involved, Drew can't come in.
Drew is out the picture.
Story. He's out of. He has to be out of the picture because you have conflictions with Jimmy. You have a confliction with Jimmy, aka, unless for some reason Jay's like he don't give a damn about the bloodline, anything of that. If this is about me, this is about Oos, then I could see something different. But on the other hand, I can also see, yes, Jay does join The Rock's team. Why? Because guess what? We all know and we all heard John Cena was supposed to win that. The fact that Jay won the Royal Rumble, it could have been fixed because it was a minute. Because it
we're gonna get into that too.
Yeah. So most people think that was a last minute change, and if that's the case, that's a signal of Jay joining up with The Rock. And let's be honest, why? Because at that point, you got to think about it again. Remember, there's a lot of still bloodline storyline in this, and one of them is you need to get along with the program or you don't. And right now, people are doubting Jay. Right now, people are saying Jay ain't it. He ain't the guy. Man, F this. Like he shouldn't be the one facing Gunther. He's getting all this doubt put in him right now, and everyone looking down on him.
Right.
But in a way of this, you have to start thinking to yourself two things. And I would say that I would agree that Jay could join up with The Rock. Why? Notice one particular thing that has changed about Jay's movements in the ring. When he starts to slap people and give them that word, that's The Rock's freaking movements. So there are already signals and vibes and cues that have already been sold that Jay could join. But right now, it's still just one person. That's John Cena right now. Who you build behind them is another thing. I said, Jay does make sense because, of course, why not, right? It's The Rock, build somebody else. And this still could be better off because if they're still, quote unquote, building towards Rock versus Roman, well, The Rock needs somebody, right?
Yeah.
But I also say this. If there is a buildup to where The Rock is going to build up a lot of other people involved in this, then I'll even go further because let's say hypothetically Jay don't make it. Who's not to say a possibility once they, separate him from this storyline that Jacob Fatu don't join? Hey, I'm saying I won't be surprised if The Rock don't bring it, don't keep it in the family.
Right.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah. Don't be surprised.
So,
and I also said, with the Jay theory anyway, and take it back to Jay, and to take it back to what CM Punk said, your friend's gonna stab you in the back. That's what I got out the situation. I mean, out the story.
Right. So you know what? Yeah, that's another key point. So yeah, Jay could be another part.
Let's see what else he got to say real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then we're gonna get back on.
Also seen Travis Scott a while back on the Netflix premiere make an intro with Jey Uso. So if we're going off of the Travis Scott connection, then that will bring us to the last two people in the Royal Rumble, guys. Think about it. The last two people in this year's Royal Rumble were John Cena and Jey Uso. So let's go to that and let's watch that interaction and let's watch how that interaction was it was very weird, right? John Cena didn't put up a much of a fight. And then John Cena ran in the ring as if he was fitting to turn heel right there at the Royal Rumble, right? And then what did he whisper to Jey Uso, guys? What do you think, Jay? What did John Cena tell Jey Uso? Like, all right, the plan is in set. The plan's set. You go on. I'm going in the elimination chamber. You get what I'm saying, guys? So it's not really.
See, you know what? And this is why I agree with Game Break, because you know what? So to my theory, right? Because I was having the theoretical moment about what is. And this is something that I would love to add to the what if part. Because my thing is this, right? Let's say hypothetically, Cody Rhodes did join The Rock. Then technically, the match between Cody Rhodes and The Rock, John Cena would pretty much take a pitfall, selling Cody Rhodes as the guy, right? Quote unquote. Right. And then you got Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Jey Uso. That now, notice, right? You got your three. You got your three. I'm counting it up. So you got your three. So that's what I'm saying. It's so very interesting because it makes sense. It makes, like, again, it partially makes sense and it's good. But that's what I'm saying. Like, because of the fact that Cody is not involved, and now it's like, okay, we got John Cena. We'll probably have Jay. There's an extra piece missing. Like, who's that third piece? And now, granted, a lot of people saying Drew. I don't know yet. Because, again, how does this dilemma work? Because Drew will always have to keep seeing Jay every single time. And in his head, it's like, does he even want to work with him? But then, like Jay always say, it ain't about the bloodline. It's about Oos. It's about himself. So, hey.
Some good stuff. Some good stuff.
But you know what's funny, though?
What's that?
Hold up now.
What's that?
I want to throw a trick play in here. But let's say hypothetically, Jay comes in here. Let's say hypothetically, The Rock come after Jay, and he try to bring Jay in, but he does the same thing he does to Cody that he does to Jay, and Jimmy is the audible play, and Jimmy comes in as the new piece. So let's be real. Jimmy still wants to be the top dog. He still believes he should be tribal chief, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. Yes, Jay's the saucy person in this whole thing, but you gotta look at it for what it is right now. Like, someone's trying to pick it up. I'm just saying. And right now, Jimmy, he's having a little bit of a hard time out here. You know what I'm saying?
And he can use that extra boost.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we got in this clip he got. It's how he break it down.
Really a reach, guys. But let's get to that. Now, I tell you, this last sequence for the Royal Rumble, it hit different when you go back and watch it after John Cena's heel turn. It just hit different. Knowing what we know now, John Cena at this moment knows that he's going to be a heel. And if you ask me, The Rock, he knows Jey Uso going to be a heel too. And he found the easiest route to get Jey Uso to the World's Heavyweight Championship. And then he found the easiest route to get John Cena to the WWE Championship because The Rock wanted to own all of them. The Rock wanted the belts. He want all of the gold. So if he have the World's Heavyweight Champion in his, in his squad, and then he have the WWE champion, and he's unstoppable. He's unstoppable, guys. So y'all let me know, man, in the comments. Do you think it's a reach if they was to turn Jey Uso heel? Look at this part. All right. Easy. Just dump John Cena right over. That was crazy easy. Now, right here, this is to see John Cena, then he just jumped right in the ring. I thought he was going to turn heel right then and there, guys. I thought John Cena was going to do it to him. Now, see, this is the part that's spooky. What is this conversation about? What was that conversation about?
There's a lot.
All right, let me pause it. All right, what you got something to say on that?
Oh, I definitely do. Now, look, like I said before, it's still hard for the 3 count. Again, unless it's The Rock is counting himself in that 3 count, then I do see where the 3 counts coming in. Rock, John Cena, Jay, fine. That makes all perfect sense. I'll say this, right? If we're talking about the 3 count being The Rock, John Cena, and then Jey Uso, then yes, this makes sense, right? This even makes a little bit more sense because if you actually think about it, right? I'm starting to actually look at this a little bit more clear. Do y'all all remember the good old days of like NWO? Yeah. I'm starting to get NWO vibes. John Cena, aka Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Jey Uso, Mr. Swagadelic, aka Razor Ramon. You gotta have the swagger. You gotta have the swagger, right, of the group. And then, of course, Nothing else less. But you got to get your big giant. You got to get your big hitter. It could be Drew. It could be somebody else. But knowing this and knowing how this looks like right now, yeah, I think we're hitting to NWO 2.0, but corporate, but Hollywood corporate status, as they say. I can see the vibes. I can see the vibes.
Oh yeah. Hey, man, you already know it's gonna be. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the match be Bloodline rules. You know how that shit got last year. I believe it's gonna be the same this year. We got the Avengers versus the Corporate, and without Seth Rollins this time, because he probably be mad as hell around this period of time.
You know, it's so funny, dog. Last year, John Cena is the help against the Bloodline,
Right?
And then now they changed the way Jordan to the
now he's needing that shit.
hey, boy, this is all jokes, nigga. It's all jokes.
So, what if we get the swerve, right? Some people come down to help The Rock. Some people come down to help Cody. Then we finally get Jey Uso in the end, right? John Cena coming to help his friend Cody, you know. Super kid to Cody. Another super kid to Cody. You know what I'm saying? A spirited Cody. AA from John Cena. 1, 2, 3. Oh, with. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Here's another reason why I also would believe Jay may do it, right? Because right now, so far, after now separating himself from tag teams and going into singles run,
right?
Jay has been able to sort of replicate his father, Rikishi. The only thing different that will level him up past his father would be win that title,
right?
Or neither, pretty much putting him in the same boat of this going nuclear, and in this case is going heel. Because you do remember there was a time in that notion of like back in Rikishi day when he did the same thing, right? He was like, screw this. I did it. I motherfucking rolled over Stone Cold. Right. And you know what? Yeah. And think about it, it's even going on with Naomi because Naomi probably, she ran over freaking Jay. So it's like, because people was comparing her and Naomi's like, I know Rikishi happy about her stepdaughter.
Right,
like, right. I was like, yo, y'all niggas, that's priceless. So, yeah, it's getting good out here, man. It's getting good out here. It's crazy. Bloodline over here eating every day.
Okay. It's amazing how they're keeping it going. They on their 4th year, ain't it?
Shit, okay. Like, they just going in different parts, but yeah, they still cooking.
Yeah. Damn. All right, let's get back into that thing, man. They cooking.
The Royal Rumble sequence right there. That is going to be revisited, guys. So ultimately, the storyline is The Rock. He's the people champion. He has the people title, but he wants all the titles in WWE. He wants the world's heavyweight title, and he also wants the WWE title. So if he started stable and he got the WWE champion and he got the world's heavyweight champion and he himself is the self-proclaimed people's champion, then it ain't no one powerful than him. Ain't no one more person powerful than The Rock. Understand, guys, a lot of us think Cena wanted to turn heel. A lot of us think that Jey Uso want to be a bad guy. These guys are turning heel because they're under The Rock's manipulation. So that's what it is going to be. That's what this storyline going to come down to. And it's ultimately going to backfire in The Rock's face. Did you see when Cena turned heel, how it pained him to do those things to Cody? And that's the same thing it's going to be with Jey Uso when Jey Uso turned heel on Cody. Jey Uso, he didn't want to be heel, but Jey Uso, he don't want to be second fiddle anymore. And he know the quickest way to being top dog is aligning himself with The Rock.
Jay, very noble of you to go out there and assist Alpha Academy, but we are still weeks out from your WWE Championship opportunity. Does that throw you off your game? What happened out there?
A little bit, Kathy. A little bit. What I'm going through in my life, it's the wrong time for anybody to be playing in my mind, right?
Now that's a clue, guys. That's a clue. That is a clue right there. What can Jey Uso possibly be going through in his life? You just won the Royal Rumble, the 2025 Royal Rumble. You're on top of the world. You selling merchandise. What possibly can you be going through? I tell you, this be that frustration. This the same thing that John Cena is going through. And I told you, these guys ain't going to want to turn heel. It's going to be because of The Rock's manipulation. What The Rock can reward these men is greater.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you know, your girl came through in the chat, but
Oh, shit. Oh, Genesis. What's up, baby? How you doing? Hey, I can't see the chat when I was on the other side.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't fully agree with this notion. Not to the fullest degree. Like,
yeah.
Granted, yes, dude, Jay has a chip on his shoulder. Of course he do. But what, like, he's saying, okay, well, what is going through Jay's life right now that is making him question his decisions or his thoughts or just anything of that matter? You just won the Royal Rumble, so you should be on the up and up. Why you feel like you have to be, like, why you feel like you're on the down and out? But because everyone's doubting him. Everyone's already believed that he's going to lose.
Right.
He already has doubt in his head. Like, what are we talking about here? So to sit here and say that, oh, you know, he's not going to want to turn heel, I don't think so. And plus, too, Roman already played mind games with him already. Why would he be so susceptible to mind games now even more? No. I mean, granted, yeah, he's at a weak point. Don't get me wrong. You could say he's at a weak point, so he's more susceptible now. But let's be honest. You've been through the same thing with Roman Reigns. Now you're going to be a sucker again and get played by The Rock by doing the same things?
Nah, you're going to want to do it.
So exactly, like, you're going to want to do it at this point. So it's like, it ain't going to be manipulation. It's just going to be the opportunity. And I'll say this even further, even with John Cena. I think it's the same thing. It's not, John Cena's looking at everything is like, you know what? It's like, there's my opportunity is neither now or never.
Right. Yep.
I let a lot of time off the table. I should have been, and I could have been that guy right now, the guy. And I didn't because I wanted to be able to look at everybody else and say, they should have this opportunity. But in reality, I know I'm him. I'm the guy. Without me, none of y'all would even be who y'all is. I run this shit. I'm that dude. So it's just a little bit off to me. And plus, you got to think about it too, man. When John Cena went after The Rock the first time, saying like he's a sellout, you know, he sold out WWE to go be a movie star. Now, you know, they had a match, and then he ended up realizing the same thing. Like, you know what? He ends up realizing why, like, he was wrong. Like, he ended up realizing, yeah, you know what? You think you can do both, but reality you can't. That schedule takes a hold of you.
Yeah.
On the other side, and you can't come back the way you want to, being a wrestler, and, you know, continue being a wrestler the way you want to. So, you know, it's like you have to. So you hit that norm of being quote unquote Hollywood, or aka Hollywood corporate. So if there's anyone that understands this more than anything amongst The Rock, it is John Cena. More than ever. So I don't think so. Isn't anything more of manipulation. It's the simple fact of John Cena wanted to do it because he knows right now this is his time. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, right? I still sit here and say John Cena does not need to win this title because he did something that no one will ever do in their career, and that is literally win multiple time titles in one corporation.
Mm-hmm.
People can sit here and say, "Oh, Ric Flair's the GOAT. He got fucking 22 plus. He got 20 plus titles." But the thing is, that's because of overall majority of multiple different wrestling corporations that WWE bought. He never did it under WWE stable. He only won twice in WWE. Period. That guy's been overlooked and overpassed. But y'all keep dick riding that shit all y'all want to. I don't give a fuck. Ric Flair ain't the GOAT. I don't care. He is just this. He's just the taboo guy that people put in place because it is what it is. Think about this. People say no one will never reach the title run of Bruno Sammartino. Last time I checked, Bruno Sammartino was with a bunch of people that really wasn't that good enough around him anyways. The competition was less back then. Of course, no one's going to beat that shit. So you have to say to yourself, well, how much did Bruno Sammartino have? He had like 3,000 plus, so cut it in half, 1,500. Last time I checked, Roman already passed that. And this is with more competition and more greater wrestlers. Come on, bro. Miss me. So, again, for the sense of story, I get it. But at the same notion, though, nah. Because let's be real. If you want to sit here and tell me John Cena was not willing to like really turn heel, I would advise everyone and anyone to go back and go look at Elimination Chamber and look how he was choking the life out of CM Punk to win that freaking match. The moment Seth Rollins stumped his behind and stumped his head into those
he pulled his ass in.
Boy, he pulled his ass so fast and ran.
Hey, like this my chance. This my chance to
If John Cena was never going to be turning heel, don't you think he would have gave CM Punk the time to, freshen up, get back his thoughts because of that attack and let him get back in? So that's what a face would do. John Cena said, "Hell, fuck no! I'm gonna bring your ass."
Come on, boy, because I need this dub. I need this dub.
Yeah. Man, come on, bro. Nah, I don't buy that part. I don't buy that part.
For sure that.
But we're gonna see how it all intermixes in the story because we haven't heard John Cena talk yet. That's one thing for sure.
Right. I can see it pretty much going how he was at the interview. Yeah.
Because I do expect John Cena to have like a very sad moment. I embarrassed myself. Yes, I thrown myself to the dark side type shit. I get all that parts. But to say that he was manipulated or he didn't want to do what he wanted to do, like we act like John Cena never been healed before, people. We act like he never motherfucking had those steel chain and then wrapped around his fist and punched somebody in the face with it before.
I mean, like, he wrapped the words around our head anyway, and we should have seen it coming.
Right, there was multiple times, bro.
Is now, right? Yeah. That's what he keeps saying. The last time is now. And in that interview, he said, "This is what I got to do. I got to enter the Elimination Chamber. I got to make it to the main event of WrestleMania because it's best for business." So I'm inserting myself in the Elimination Chamber. I ain't got to qualify. You know what I'm saying?
And technically he don't because, again, remember, C's already been planning. It's to a point where, remember back in the days, John Cena was so good and so strong already in, he could have picked, remember, when he had an opportunity, you had the opportunity to pick who he wanted to fight for the title. He didn't have to face, he had a choice to pick. He didn't have to wait for no one to fight each other. No, he had the power to pick who he wanted to fight. And guess who he chose at that point in time when I'm talking about? I'm talking about Daniel Bryan. Right? He chose him out of the bunch at that point in time. So, he had the pull, he had the access. So the fact of the matter is, for a corporation, especially the authority, to give you that type of power at that time, oh, right. He ain't gonna have it again? Come on.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
But my thing is, I just find it funny, right? Because at all times to make quote unquote John Cena Hollywood corporate, you would think he would have did it with Vince first. But hey, this is actually still perfect because I do like it under the Rock though.
This even better because him and The Rock had that feud. So this even better.
And now they're in understandable terms.
But shall we continue?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Than these men. Any achievement that these men can accomplish on their own. And that's what The Rock is using.
That's all I hear all week. He can't do it. And every week that goes by, Gunther got me doubting myself. Back against the wall. I feel suffocated like I can't breathe. But ain't nobody gonna pick me up but me.
And again, guys, these are more clues. You know, we're in the new Triple H era where the promo is going to have so many clues riddled in. This is him. This is him turning heel. Remember, John Cena had that promo right before Elimination Chamber. You see his whole demeanor was changed. He was certain. He was guaranteeing victories. This is what happens, and this is the perfect way for a person to turn heel. And if you notice, all the great heels have turned when they got on a losing streak. Normally, when a man goes on a losing streak, he gets frustrated and he snaps and he just crashes out. Guys, understand this was Jay letting us know he finna crash out real soon. And he just telling us in a matter of words. And you got to put the clues together. He's gonna do whatever it takes. And even if that means aligning himself with the dark side, because that's what it is. They're conflicted. John Cena and Jey Uso at this point is conflicted from right from wrong. They know right and wrong, but doing it the right way haven't gotten them nowhere so far. So it gotta be a little sort of a small part of them that's like, go to the dark. Let's go dark. And that's what's gonna happen, guys.
You say you gonna give me 10 weeks of hell? Then I'm gonna walk through the valley of shadow death and fear no evil. I'm telling you, O's, at WrestleMania, I'm crashing out.
Now you see, guys, this theory is definitely not a reach. John Cena had a very similar cryptic promo about going from the bright side to the dark side before he did it. And this is that promo for Jay. This is Jay telling us that he's getting tired of working with the good side. He's fitting to go to the dark side. And in his own words, he told us at WrestleMania, he fitting to crash out. And I found it very funny anyway. Once he won the Royal Rumble, it was almost a for sure thing that he was going against Gunther. So the fact that he sat there and even entertained wanting to go up against Cody,
I agree
that
with that.
was very suspicious to me.
He's-
And that
like you
promo
said, that
he cut, and do you guys remember the promo? We're going to get to that. Let's get to that, matter of fact. Let's listen to that and pay attention to this segment right here.
So he gonna show the promo. I think this the promo with him and Cody.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though? Now that he mentioned it, because earlier when he was mentioning all the other stuff that he was saying out of his mouth, about the scenario,
right?
Like some of it, I do agree with in some form or facets because of like how like Jay was saying certain things and all that nature, and I would agree, right, on certain points and certain cues. But the thing is like, okay, like he was losing, like when you become a top heel when you're starting to lose a lot. But there's a lot of certain there's certain heels that are losing a lot, and they're not even getting this type of big pull anyways. So it's like it's a pick and choose on that notion, right? As far as like when you start losing a lot, like most heels will definitely lose a lot, but they're losing in ways that are not progressing themselves. Jay is losing in a way where he is sort of in a progression standpoint, because the thing is, let's remember one thing: Jay is finding success of winning, then losing when it hits the big point, and then he's on a nice little floater, and then he's like on all that stuff. So he's whippy locked. So right now, the way I look at Jay right now, he's on a floater. And he's swerving because of how everyone's talking down on him, how everyone making him feel some type of way, and he's about to crack. And yeah, and I do believe, like, look, if he does crash out, which I do believe he probably will, it makes perfect sense. Because again, like I said before, I said this before between me and you, I don't like the fact that they had to keep stringing it like, oh, he's gonna face Cody. Like, no, you're not. You're gonna face fucking Gunther. Like, it's obvious. It's fucking obvious. I don't know why they are fucking stringing this shit. But then now think about what Good Bread is saying. He's right, because the fact that they stringing this, that also shows another sign that he's gonna turn heel, because of the fact that also signals the fact, Cody, you about to get the worst of the worst.
I'm telling you, it's and then this also set up the match that everybody been talking about, the Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn, but everybody was saying like it's gonna be Sami going heel. Nah, it may be the opposite. So
say it again.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't heard that floating around that Sami going
Yeah, I heard that Sammy good turn heel, but like, what were you saying in the mix of that?
Oh yeah, it's the opposite. Instead of Sammy going heel, challenging Jay for the title, it'll be Jay turning heel and Sammy, feuding with Jay, going for the title.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. And that would, that would be some type of sensibility because, right, it's like, Sammy comes back. He says, I never thought I would see you do this. I didn't think you would do this. Everything you went through with Roman, why would you change sides now and go deal with The Rock out of all people? Why? And Jay just look at him with that face, and he can only think of super kicking his face in.
Right.
Like,
yes, sir.
Yeets.
Yeet.
Like, man.
So him going heel to kill the Yeet movement too. So
shit, he better bite off a freaking Jimmy and say no Yeets. Fuck the bullshit.
I don't know where it's gonna happen, but
they need, man. Look, they just made that Yeets, no Yeet. They need to motherfucker start rolling that shit out. Man, they need to start playing with that shit.
This promo with him and Cody, I want to retouch on it too. So we're gonna hear it because I think Cody said some things that caught my attention, but I was like, did it mean anything or did it? But let's recap.
So the segment after Royal Rumble when he was going to see if he was going to challenge Cody. Listen to the wording in this.
Main event Jey Uso is now in your city. I had a hell of a week. I got a lot of love from my family, from my friends, and from the fans. 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner. But look, I'm here to pick a champion. It's a main event at WrestleMania, right? On Monday night, I had the ring general Gunther. So it's only right for me to pull up on Friday Night SmackDown and stand face to face with the WWE champ. So Memphis, man, help me welcome my dog, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you ain't been watching this storyline, Cody Rhodes do not have any friends. Remember what CM Punk told Cody about all his friends, his so-called friends, and how they all gonna stab him in the back, but CM Punk gonna stab him in the front? CM Punk was spot on with that. And this is gonna be the straw that broke the camel back. Jey Uso turning on Cody may be the piece that we need to get Cody to just turn bad himself. After Jey Uso turn on Cody.
Yes.
Go
That's what I'm trying to tell you. One way or another, freaking Cody is gonna turn heel. Damn it, he's gonna go heel. He's gonna go rogue. Outlander, prepare for mercy. It's about to land. Goddamn. Because he look, I hope he mentions this because even the Miz said the same shit.
Right.
The Miz even throw that thing in his ear, and we saw Cody's face at that moment when the Miz put it in his ear.
Right.
So it's all crumbling down around him. Cody Rhodes is right now feeling very fragile. He's feeling very weak. The title's getting heavier in his hand, and it's about to lose off his grip. He's about to lose it all, baby. You're about to lose it all. Boy.
This is gonna be kind of. It's gonna be a wild roller coaster, man. I'm telling you. And I got my motherfucking seat ready for it. Yes, sir. But Cody Rhodes is now heading to the ring. Just watch let's see, can we catch what we need to catch out the conversation.
What is it left for Cody to do? Cody is just going to be like, we done had Brock Lesnar turn on him. We done had The Rock turn on him. Cena done turned on him. Everybody has turned on Cody. And Jey Uso is going to be another one, guys. I don't even know why Jey entertained this. Y'all done won championships together. You know what I mean? It's easy. Pick Gunther. Cody is your boy. But you see, something brewing, guys. Something brewing, but let's follow. Let's keep listening.
Main event, Jey Uso. I think I know what you want to talk about.
You know why I'm here, right? You do? I got two choices to make, Goose. I can stand across from you on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. That'll mean a lot to me.
Now, why would that mean a lot to you, my guy? Cody is your friend. So you mean beating your friend is worth more to you than beating your enemy? You got to pay attention here, guys. Pay attention to the wording right here. You
Wait a minute,
beating
pause it real
Cody
quick.
would
Pause it real quick.
mean a lot to you.
Yeah. Look. I get what Game Bread is saying, right? Good Bread is saying, right?
Yeah.
And I would technically would agree, but at the same notion, you got to think about it too, though, right? What is more better than anything in this moment? Granted, yes, you rather face your enemies, the typical face versus heel stick. That's all cool.
Right.
But what is more noticeable for Jay to do? To be one of the top guys or the top guy?
Right.
I mean, think about it. You're talking about honesty, getting a real one-on-one opportunity with an honest wrestler that's going to give you an honest, fair shake at the title, right? To see who's the real best, who's the real main event, who's the real guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? But see, that's the trick play. The trick play is you're going to go in there honest. In reality, you're going to go there and stick it right to him in the worst way. So, hey, I mean, look. Granted, look, for a fact of what we know the logical play is, like I said, we all know the logical play is Gunther. But I want to be remiss if Jay would have somehow were to pick freaking Cody. Because in his mind, he's saying to himself, look, timing is everything. And yes, it's perfectly minded that why would you go after Cody when Gunther just beat you? What makes you feel they can beat Cody? That's disrespectful. So I get it, the psyche part of it. And it's factual. So yeah, but yeah, I always want to touch on that a little bit because that there's some tidbits.
Oh yeah, for sure. That they good with the promo scrimmage.
Oh yeah, no, they cooking right now, boy. They are cooking right now.
That's inside the promos, yeah, they got something going.
Yep.
You because your family want that belt back. Your family wants that belt back, and the leader of your family is not Roman. The leader of your family is The Rock. So The Rock is going to enlist you to get that belt back to the family. Listen a little bit more and watch what's said in this promo, because it's the same promo that Jacob and Tama Tonga interrupted and said something to that effect. Peep game, guys.
Or I can stand next to you. You still WWE champ, and me, new world heavyweight champion.
Quite
Pause right here, real quick. Pause right here.
Choice to make.
Pause right here, real quick. Like I said, the wooden play. What is Tony Rose doing? What the fuck are you talking about? What?
Now.
That's what I'm trying to say. If Cody Rhodes would have freaking joined The Rock, this would have all been the same. This would have all been the same.
Yeah. I still don't think. I think if he would have joined The Rock, they would have pulled that motherfucking NWO bullshit and made Cody lay down for John Cena. But I digress.
That's tough. I mean, granted, look. I would agree. I would agree that technically would make sense, but here's the reason why I say it wouldn't make sense. Because at this time, you already know John Cena's on his last limb. It's like he's on his last run. Why bother to give him the title at that point? And remember, you're trying to make what The Rock sold Cody. You're trying to make Cody a pivotal star. So you're gonna keep Cody as world champion. You're gonna keep him as main champion.
Right.
You're just gonna use him because he's right now. He's the plug. He's the play. He is the star that's running the show. He is the next wave. So you're gonna keep that plug marching and going.
Well,
and while he does
that, you're right.
Because also push Jay because that's family. So he has the best of both worlds. He's gonna have family on one hand, on one roster, and then he's gonna have the freaking whole show on another roster.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock has everything he wants.
Yeah.
But like Cody did, he said no. Okay, cool. Then plan B, go to John Cena. And I still get Jay.
Man, bro.
I'm loving it. It's good.
You think John Cena made the kids cry? Oh man.
Yeah, them yeets are gonna be turning like ugly cakes, boy. Everyone's gonna be like yeets out there in the stadium.
You think John Cena had grown men crying? Wait till Jey Uso turn. If he turns,
everyone's gonna go nuts. And forget Jey Uso going on wax, boy.
Motherfuckers gonna break their TV screens and everything, bro. It's gonna be crazy work.
Everyone's gonna go cuckoo, bro. The reactions out there is gonna lose people. People gonna lose their minds, bro. I know Jay saying, "Boy, I'm about to lose it." Nah, the whole fan base is gonna lose it, bro.
Real. Tell you, man.
Oh shit. Oh,
we got. But if it's Jay, I mean, if it's not Jay, then for sure we know Jacob somewhere in that picture.
Yep, because
Jacob is kind of running his own little group though. So
yeah, but think about it, because this same motion, right? Because he's about to say like when Jacob gets involved, right? And this is where I was mentioning Jacob could be the other guy in the switch because what Jacob ended up saying in the mix, and just play it out, because he's gonna come in there eventually.
Right, here it comes. All right, here we go.
How absolutely 100% proud I am of Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. I know it's your choice, but that sign right there, having fought for it, having taken my choice away last year and having to win it back, this is your WrestleMania, Jay. And you and I, we've had some good moments in this ring. Won tag team gold, had a libation or two. You know, this here arena's right off Beale Street. We could do that all over again, you know what I'm saying? As much as you have this choice, you have to go to WrestleMania, and for this title reign to be complete, not only do I have to go to WrestleMania, not only do I have to be in the main event, I have to win. So if you choose me, let's make a memory here tonight in Memphis. Let's have some absolute fun, because it will be the last time. You feel me, sir?
Let's have some fun because it'll be the last time.
I didn't remember these piece of words that Cody said out of his mouth. Woo, tensions. Oh, see, I don't like that. I hope Jay realized like the last time, bitch.
It'll be that's why I said Cody said some things that, you know,
that's triggering. That's triggering. Yep, that's the trigger word. That's some trigger phrase. Oh, the last time, eh? Oh, so you don't believe me either, Oos? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see you, Cook. I see you, Oos. Okay, you don't believe me either.
Kind of put him down
Super
a little bit.
Your behind. Super kick the shit.
You heard what he said. Not only do I gotta defend this title, I have to win. So we can kick back, have some drinks, but it'll be the last time. Come on, man. The context clues is there. When I seen the video and I heard, you know, just scanned through it and heard little pieces of it, I was like, okay, I got to save this in my content file and come back to it. Yeah, because it do seem like it do really seem like they headed that way.
Yep.
But let's see what Jacob got to say when he come out. He about to come out.
Guys, are you paying attention? That's another clue right there, guys. That's another clue. The last time. The last time, Cody? How are you so sure that that's the last time you and JJ gonna be chilling like that?
JJ.
Cody Rhodes. Last year, you took that title from my family. But as of now, Cody, my family needs that title back.
It is. Yeah, that I mean. I love how you say that.
Because that takes me to you.
I'm gonna stop right there real quick. And this is why I say like Jacob could be in the fold. Cause just listen to what he said. That shit can play out all the way till they turn on Cena, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, my family needs that title back. John Cena ain't got shit to do with the goddamn family. You feel me? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. He can have the best of both worlds. Like, granted, the bloodline is pretty much strict in between rosters, right?
Right.
So it is what it is. And right now, Jay's the only one that's a key pick option for Raw because Roman ain't the ideal pick. Even though Roman with Jimmy is on SmackDown right now, so it is what it is. But Jay's the only obvious pick for Raw because he's the only one on Raw. He's literally the only one on Raw. He's the obvious pick.
Right.
But with Jacob, because let's be honest, I don't think so. The Rock is gonna enlist Roman Reigns. It's not gonna happen, especially with this whole comeback. Oh no! That ain't the story play. That ain't the play. That ain't the playbook. So it's definitely gonna be a whole nother thing. But one thing for sure is somewhere around the line of this, it's definitely gonna help Roman towards next year because once we get this building up, I guarantee you there's going to be a moment where they're going to be like, Roman, what is your thoughts on Jay switching up and joining The Rock? And it's going to get crazy because ain't no one going to see this bitch happen. Not Roman, not Jimmy. Everyone's going to lose their mind, bitch.
Could maybe we see that rematch with John? I'm not John Cena.
With Jay and Roman?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If Jimmy didn't get involved, Jay was going to beat Roman. If Jimmy didn't get involved.
Shit. I mean, you got to remember that Roman put Jay Uso down, and Jimmy saved Jay.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. But that's at the first stunt. But at the lather of it all, we also got to remember though, when Jay was trying to take the tribal chief status, Jimmy interfered in that shit.
Did Jimmy throw a towel in?
No, he super kicked him.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. The second match.
Yeah. Yeah, the second match he threw the towel in for Jay, and Jay was like, no more.
The first match he threw the towel in. The second time he.
Yeah, because the first time it was Jay versus Roman, and then I think Jimmy said, no, come on, fans, stop. And then the second time it was Roman versus Jimmy, and then Jay was like, stop. And then the build up where they were today. But then when it was Jay versus Roman for the tribal chief status.
Right.
Jimmy
Yep. Because he was saying it should have been me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn. All right, let's jump into what my boy got to say real quick. We still got a video for Jay Cargill. I was supposed to play it earlier, but we kind of
we'll slide back to Jay.
All right, let's see what Jacob got to say.
Ooh, Jay Uso. Big cousin, Mr. Yee Man, Mr. 25 Royal Rumble winner. Hey, big cousin, don't get this twisted. Let's just keep it 100. If there was anybody to bring back that title to the family, it sure in the hell wouldn't be your ass.
What that Wilder?
See, and that's the trick play. No, I was pretty much adding to what he was saying, but see, that's the trick play, right?
Okay.
And that's the thing is like, it's that doubt. Like, oh, you think I can't do this? But you know what I'm saying?
That was
And
another
it's like
shot,
there
right?
has to be an insurance. Like, how do you know? So that's my thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Jacob could be the switching. He could be switching, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny because my thing is this, right? And this is where I'll read Nick what I said a little bit earlier, or what Game Bread said early in the video, because I do believe somewhere down the line this is not gonna stick, right? The John Cena is gonna fall and wither. There's gonna be someone else that's gonna be behind John Cena that's gonna be picking behind them. So whoever is the second guy behind John Cena, other than Jay, is gonna be the guy that replaces John Cena, more likely so. Hey, even Melo said I would take that opportunity, and I could see Melo being predicted to be pushed to look like Mr. Stardom, look like Mr. Popularity, take all the things like that, young and new. I could see that. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I can see that though.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see that as a new pick, a new pivot of a new guy, a new cat that takes the ring and takes it by storm and gets the high life status that The Rock is willing to give. I can see all of that for Carmelo if he were to get that opportunity. But going back to like just bloodline side of the story. And this is my whole point. I can see Jay in the midst of it all, especially dealing with Sammy, somewhere around the stick. Jay, he finds his conscience and he realized he fucked up and made a mistake. And he allowed the whole thing, what everyone was saying. He allowed his whole emotions. He allowed everything because he knew every single time he was close, it was stripped from him. Neither it was because of his brother, neither it was because of just like slight moments that he screwed up on that allowed him to lose the match. Whatever it is that you can think of, it was those slight moments that effed him up and that could have just kept him away from being there because he know he had it, but it slipped right through his hands. And every opportunity that ever slipped right through his hands, he just doesn't want to feel that doubt again because he know he should be able to win. So at that point, maybe he gets that quote unquote post-nut clarity and he wakes up and you know what? He realized he effed up. And by that point, when the Rocks realized, you know, I thought it would come to this. And then quote unquote plan B, aka plan Jacob, comes in and whoop that ass.
Yes, sir. So it's, man, it got the story going many ways, man. It's definitely making me think a lot.
It is. And think of it like this, right? This actually helps the Rock versus Roman warfare a little bit. Because at this point, Jay is gonna lose out. Jacob is gonna beat up on Jey Uso. And the whole Samoan Savages, I got a name for, Jacob's leading, cast team for Samoan Savages, right? And when that all comes down, guess what's gonna happen? This is where Solo comes back and protect his brother. Because Solo got some beef with Jacob. And we already know they're selling the Jacob versus Solo feud eventually. So, it's gonna be that case. And let's remember one thing. No matter what y'all say about Solo Sikoa, Solo always cared about his brothers. Sure, he made a fucked up Jimmy and beat him up and sent him on the injury tent. But remember one thing. Solo still cared about Jay the same way as if he was his brother no matter what. Sure, he was at a different pinnacle and short all this. But remember this. Remember, when Jay had his title shot against Braun Breaker, he still took that shot for him. And pushed him out the way. He still cared about his brother. He still loved his brother. Don't ever get that shit twisted.
Yep. Yeah, eventually they're going to link back up. I believe it's going to be pretty much how you said it's going to go. All in the end.
This bloodline warfare is going to get nice. Hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Hey, the Rock cookie, boy. Hey, this shit getting saucy out here. I loving it.
Man, yeah, they in the kitchen whipping that shit up hard.
What? Hey, look, for all y'all bloodline haters, man, the bloodline story just is the best thing out here, man. Fuck all the bullshit. It's an unlining story, but it's an unlining story that's still cooking and brewing.
Yeah. But once it hit, you know, once they get hot with it, it'll pick up, then it'll cool down.
Yep.
But every time it pick up, that shit be live. So let's get back into this. We got a couple more minutes on it.
Oh, super kick right to Thomas.
He saw his cousin, Tribal Chief, go to the top, aligned with The Rock. So Jey Uso, he tired of being the second fiddle. He also tired of losing to Gunther. But you see, I don't see them turning him here. I don't see. At first, I thought maybe they do a double turn where we turn Jey heel and Gunther at face at the same time. But I don't think they're gonna execute it like that. I think we're gonna give Jey Uso his proper win, and the next night is when he turned heel, and we see the hug and embrace from him, John Cena, and The Rock. And I think that's gonna be enough to tick Roman Reigns all the way off, and we'll then get our feud with Roman and The Rock. Also, guys, so it's a lot of things to play. But again, the key factor and the key ingredient, the number one piece in this is Travis Scott. So you guys might ask,
Wait, pause it
so
real
how
quick.
would you execute the Jey Uso?
So I know he's about to talk about the execution part, but let's talk about what he just said at that moment, right? Because he said that in that moment, right, he said there wouldn't be a double churn, right? You wouldn't churn Jey heel at that point of winning. You wouldn't turn Gunther face.
Nah, you want to get that proper win.
Well, yeah, but my thing is, here's my thing, right? In any scenario at this point, there is no point where you really turn Gunther face. And the only reason why I say this is because, yes, there have been moments where Gunther felt like he's doubting himself, but the fact that he still has his ego where he's like, I stand by myself, I fight and defend this title by myself, I handle business by myself.
Right.
I stand to that. It's really tough to see Gunther just turn face off of that notion. So it's not enough for me to say Gunther turns heel at that point. It has to be something else that goes intermixed. Like they may pull like one of those scenarios, like, you know, because let's be honest, if Jey does go heel at that point, it doesn't really gives Gunther the reason to turn face because it actually just it just wouldn't work.
That's too weak.
It would have just encouraged his mindset saying,
nah, bro, you know that's weak as hell. Jey going,
Jey
a double turn, that's weak as hell. It's not gonna be it's no impact in that.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have made no sense anyways, because Gunther probably would have been like, you know what? I would understand it if it was me in that position. Somewhat. But
he gonna fight his damn heart out though.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think but that's my thing. It's like, even if Jey were to win, how does he win even if he looks like a heel in this case? Because that's the crushing notion. Like, does the referee gets hit? Is there a moment where there's a chair shot being in place? Is there a moment where the referee's coming in and he does a screw job with the count number and it was fixed because The Rock called in the referee to do it? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different cues on that notion. It's a lot of different cues.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get that straight win just to prove himself, you know, get that proof. Just to prove a point, you know what I'm saying, that he can win. Like,
yeah, but see, and that's my thing. It's very tough because, like I said, we always know there's always something screwed with these title matches. And granted, yes, we do want a straight up title match for Jey, but when you're talking about turning heel, at this point, forget winning it clean because you ain't a face anyways. You got to go heel, right? So forget the clean win.
Yeah, I can see.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if there's some shenanigans, right, with the referee getting hit and he's laid out, I'm not going to be surprised if The Rock comes outside, calls in a referee, and then boom, the referee comes in. Or, God forbid, The Rock is at, ringside for some apparent reason because he's seen his family there, right? He's talking his mess, and then he magically comes in as an official referee, and 1, 2, 3 counts against Gunther, raising Jey Uso's hand.
We got to get that. We got to get that surprise attack. So,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is very interesting. That's
I can see the referee getting knocked out. Gunther probably grab a chair. He want to fuck. He's so hard on fucking Jey up. You know what I'm saying? That
that's what I'm saying.
He fucked his opportunity up.
Yeah,
and then
so
Jay
that's what
Super
I'm saying.
kicked the chair into his face and get the win. But Jay Uso got to be the last person to come out to help Cody, only to turn on Cody. Like that moment got it. So we can't have the Rock nowhere
Right.
near.
So that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. So yeah, you know what? You're right. So yeah, we gotta keep him clean first, because he's gonna be night one, obviously. So night one, keep him clean, and then when it's John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, then of course at that moment, clink clink, bing, super kick,
Boom.
all that. He comes with the jacket and all. You know, same again. Oh,
gotta make the kids cry, man. We gotta make the kids cry.
Exactly.
And the
The
grown
kids, they hit an assassin. Who is this? And lo and behold,
we got to get those face expressions.
Jimmy Uso.
You got to get the mouth drops. You know what I'm saying?
We got to get them jaw like, no.
Yeah, no, what is she doing? Jey Uso, what is she doing? You know, we got to get that shit.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Man.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough.
Oh, it's good.
And then they done fucked around and gave me them days off. Oh man, y'all know I'm gonna be cooking WrestleMania weekend, right? It's cook time.
Down the wire, baby. We are down that wire.
I am off WrestleMania weekend. Hopefully, I ain't got to work that Friday, so I can get it started Friday. And I can start on that SmackDown all the way to Raw.
Yeah. But definitely. Like, he wins first clean, keep the nostalgia that he's faced, and the next thing you know, clink, clink, switch it, hit the kill switch. It all looks down. It's all down bad for Cody.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's it. Really looking. Jey Uso turning heel is looking real like upscale right now. As I dig deep into the video and I get to thinking, and then of course the shit CM Punk issued after Cody Rhodes, it's looking highly.
Yeah.
But let's knock the last couple minutes out. I ain't clicking.
So heel turn, simple guys. WrestleMania night one, we get the Yeetlemania that we all anticipating, so it won't be on our mind. He beats Gunther fair and square. Now night two, when we have our run-ins at the end of the match, when the match is winding down between Cody and John Cena, the Yeet music hit and Yeet comes and everybody think Yeet coming to help Cody, and no, Yeet is the single-handed person that helps John Cena bring the gold, because now Yeet would have won the World's Heavyweight Championship.
So I think pretty much he probably break down what we already broke down. So yeah, excuse me. Yeah, people in the comment section, y'all let me know what y'all think. I mean, people in the chat, let me know what y'all think in the comment section about the Jey Uso joining The Rock in his Hollywood faction.